All right, Kaz, we back.
Black, black than a motherfucker.
Yeah, we back. Now, where the fuck was we just at, man? I just forgot where we was at just that goddamn fast and shit.
I know where we was at, but
Go
y'all
ahead.
would get mad at me if I repeat
No, go ahead. Go
it.
ahead, say it, man. Go ahead. We got to pick up where we left off at. Go ahead,
We were
bro.
talking about death to the clan.
Oh yeah, we was talking about these crooked ass police and shit, man. We was talking about what was going on with the I think he was 17-year-old kid, and it was
Found in the attic.
yeah, found in the attic of a known supremacist. And there was no arrest made in the situation, only black kid there. And I was at the point to where I was saying, why do what I mean, why do black folks allow their little black boys to go on these go to these parties where it's nothing but white folks there? I hate to
But it
say
be
it
them
like
little
that.
white
Not saying,
girls over there. You know what I'm
not saying
saying?
that, not saying
Pink
that. But
toes.
listen, and I want to just say, not saying that you won't have a good time going to all white events, but I'm talking about usually shit like this. Like one of those friends, because he had no clue of who the dude was. Nobody knew the connection that he had to the owner of the house. But the connection that they made from the owner of the house is that one of his friends that he went to school with, he knew the owner of the house where the party was being held at. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? So the biggest question that I have: how did he end up in the attic if he went to this party? Only black dude there. How does the nigga end up in the attic? That's what I want to know. How do the nigga end up in the attic, man? Shit just don't make sense. I said it is absolutely a cover up. It's something going on that we missing. You know what I mean? And, they told the mother, you might as well just accept. Why don't you just accept the fact that your son committed suicide? And the mother just don't want to
Yo,
accept that. Go
yo,
ahead
yo.
though.
I'm gonna make it plain and simple. If they're gonna hide our own history from us, you think they ain't gonna hide everything else?
Of course, bro. Of course, bro. We had this conversation many a times, man. And it's all the shit that they hide from us, and this is why I always boil back down to the point that, like, why should we trust these motherfuckers? Why should anybody trust them? And I've been accused of, for some of my beliefs, like, even though I'm not like that, of being like a racist individual. I'm not racist at all, man. Like, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong to me. If you, what the hell is going on? You still there, Kays? Hell no. They just kicked my boy Kays out of here. It's all type of technical difficulties going on. So let's go back. Let's start this, and we gonna get it back in again. Let me open it back up. Here we go. Should be back. Let's get Kays back in here. Okay. Let's get the brother Kays back in here real one time. Man, there's a lot of technical difficulties that's going on with us today for some odd goddamn reason. But it's alright though, man. It's alright though, man. Small things to a giant. We had the stream drop a whole bunch of frames and just completely fizzle out, but it's alright though. Take that case, come back in the meeting. If you're watching my brother, we still live on here. And see, every time I do this, my camera gets frozen. I don't know what it is. It gets frozen. So let me cut this off. It's an absolute disaster right now. I have no clue why. There we go. I had no clue why I froze, but I'm back. I'm back. Let's see if K's get that. Let me call him. Take that
Yo, what
link.
happened, nigga?
Take that other link, nigga. I gotta pay my Zoom bill after this, nigga. You hear me?
Yeah, take whatever link.
The link I just sent to Wastebook, nigga. Take that and go and come, jump back in.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we back. We back with it though. Waiting on Killer to join back into the Zoom meeting. He should be hopping in here right now. But yeah, man, I just think it's crazy that we send our black babies out, man, to go kick it with these people that, you know what I mean, we really don't know or don't relate to us. Because when situations like that go down, man, at the end of the day, they going to protect their own.
Bad. My
You still
bad.
there,
My bad.
guys? You still there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here now. Yeah.
No, you all right, man. all type of technical difficulties. It's like they don't want us to shine today. First, I couldn't get the camera going. Now the camera working. Everything is back up to par. But yeah, man.
Nigga, I'm the sun. I'm always trying. What they talking about?
Yeah, for real, for real. But yeah, man, I was just saying, like, man, we need to stop with the move. We need to stop letting our children go to these camping trips with these folks. We need to stop letting them go hunting with these folks and shit, or at least make sure it's a cousin or somebody else around, man, because you keep on seeing these unfortunate accidents happen just mysteriously and nobody's being charged. And we can point the finger all day long, but we got to do things to minimize putting ourselves in those situations. If you want to go hunting, get your boys, y'all go hunting. That's something new to learn. But I don't encourage y'all to go with all these different people that don't look like you, man, and all of these situations keep on happening. Like I said, it's unfortunate.
Listen, I'm gonna go hunt with no niggas.
Right, man. And you know what? That's another conversation that we had last night, man. We was talking about Arab told me, he said, man, I don't understand when black folks, he like when black people wake up, they'd be the most powerful people on the planet, man, but they just don't get it. And I told him, I'm like, bro, this has been years of brainwashing and training people to get to where they are now. It's just like with these girls, like, you know, I heard somebody tell me that a young girl in high school says she wants to be a stripper. That's what she aspires to be.
That's
She
what I'm
looks
talking
up
about.
she looks up to Cardi B. That's not what you're talking about. It's a 14,
That's what I'm
15-year-old
talking
girl,
about.
bro.
Hey, listen, man.
No,
Her
that ain't
parents
right, bro.
her parents exposed her to that, man. It's her parents' fault.
But I mean,
Plain and
listen, you gotta
simple.
understand that, man. The parents ain't even exposing shit to these kids now. Look at the garbage. Like, okay, my boss at work wouldn't watch Love and Hip Hop. He wouldn't
Me
watch
neither.
Flavor of Love. I don't watch that shit either. But I'm talking about that. Just think about the shit that niggas is consumed by. P Valley. They watching that. I've never seen an
What's
episode
that?
of P Valley. I don't know. I've never seen an episode of that shit. But this is the shit that people are, you know what I mean, are watching. This is the type of garbage that our people consume, bro. You don't hear about white people watching this shit. And I always say, man, it started systematically. We had motherfuckers like the Cosbys. We had A Different World, which was depicting young black kids going to college. We had
That's a no-no.
we had Family Manners. We had all those different things. And then you
That's
see
a
slowly over time it became more and more negative. Think about the shit that used to come on your local TV stations if you ain't have cable. Maury, Jerry Springer, the most negative shit that you can think of, and niggas got consumed in that shit to the point to where we got shows like Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives and shit. Nothing constructive or productive is being done out these shows. They're just making a mockery of people who look like them, and the people around the world is looking like these American niggas is acting like this. This the way they act. They all disgracing themselves out in public and all of this other shit. Like, yeah, this the type of shit that we gravitate towards. Like, niggas, we gravitate towards negativity. Like, I never understood that, and I never understood why we choose to gravitate towards negativity, bro. It never made sense to me, man. And other races look at us like, yo, man, when is these people gonna get it together? We stick together, man. We may be fucked up in our own little ways, but we make sure our brother is all right. We make sure we put money back into our brother or our sister and shit like this. Us, they got us to the point where we competing with each other. And we the lowest on the totem pole. But we competing with each other. You hear me, Case? Niggas ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, but we competing with each other. Like, it's the craziest thing that I ever seen, man, especially when I look at different nationalities and you experience different cultures and the way they operate. It just make you always wonder, like, why can't our people get on that level? You get what I'm saying? Why can't our people sacrifice this for that? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why do we have to be the biggest consumers of everything? And, you know, used to say something back then. Used to say, man, I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I ain't got time to be, you know what I mean, trying to say something to some niggas. I ain't got time for that shit, blah, 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 blah. And I used to be like, man, that's how you get your blessing, because you can't never say that we ain't say nothing. But at the end of the day, it is kind of like you wasting your breath now. It really is.
Always have, always
like,
will.
It's like you wasting your breath now. It's like, bro, you don't see what's going on. Like, it's hard for a young brother to fathom. You get what I'm saying? Like, damn, maybe if I stop doing all this on my street, and maybe if I keep the neighbor's yard cut, or if I pay people to do this, or if I buy this establishment over here, I can make this place look better. It's hard for them to like fathom that, bro. And then when they do catch on to it, it's too late because somebody else then came and bought it down for dirt cheap because y'all done drove the property value down. And they done made it to the point to where you can't even afford to live where you grew up at. Ain't that something? So the next time you niggas be talking about some, oh, I claim this block, or you don't own none of that shit. You don't own none of that shit. The Chicago shit, that shit is beyond me. Like, nigga, I'm from 63rd, he's from 65th. Like, y'all niggas don't own none of this shit. Y'all just reside there. That's it. Y'all don't own nothing. Y'all not making no money off that shit. So y'all just killing niggas just because they reside in a certain area. That's what it's come down to at the end of the day. I can go on and on and on about that shit, man. But, you know, I just felt like I wanted to speak my mind a little bit today and talk about some of the things and the atrocities that I'm seeing going on in the world. I wanted to touch on this president of ours who is sick with COVID right now. And I wanted to ask this question.
That motherfucker sick with stupidity.
Wait. Do you think that we gonna have the first black female president before the end of his term?
Through your history, it already happened. She's already had presidential powers last year when his old decrepit ass was unconscious for a few hours during a medical procedure. So that already happened. She just wasn't elected, but she has already been the first female president as far as in writing, have presidential powers. That happened already.
Okay. I mean, how long do you think? I mean, do you think that's a dub for black women? I don't think so, but go ahead.
Yo, man, fuck that. This whole system, man. This shit is all fucking bomb. She's a dumb bitch. He's a dumb motherfucker. All look at a little Haitian bitch, the press secretary. She another dingy bitch. All the motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they doing. That's why all you niggas, and me included, is paying all these high ass prices on bullshit. Cause these stupid motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they doing.
Right.
Blaming everybody except they self for being stupid, and the people that voted their ass in, if you believe that really happened, is the same fucking shit. Stupid. No business sense whatsoever. None.
And you know the way things been going and the shit that I've been seeing going on, man. People is really like struggling right now, man. There's a lot of people out here that's struggling right now, man, because of all the bullshit, all this inflation. And I told niggas this shit though when they was giving out all that free money, like y'all niggas gonna pay for it one way or another down the line. Oh no, we not because he's doing this. I'm like, well, look what's going on now. Like I know gas was almost $5 here a couple weeks ago. It went down a little bit. A gallon of milk was $5 or $6 fucking dollars. I've been looking at everything like y'all have to pay attention to what's going on. Like it doesn't make sense. Shit just doesn't add up. This is why I was saying a long time ago when people was hiring like crazy and people could demand what price they wanted to go work at, people should have been going back to work then. Saying like, okay, I want this an hour because like if you making under $20 an hour now, like you struggling. I don't care who you are, what you doing. If you making under $20 an hour right now, you struggling like a motherfucker, man. So, you know what I mean? Like, people wanted to go vote for this shit because they felt like it was something different and this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, I always say, man, y'all got to look at economics. Look what economically makes sense for you to vote for. That's what I don't understand, even though it doesn't make sense to vote either fucking side. But I could have told you, motherfucker, that y'all voted for, didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing in the 90s. He didn't know what he was doing in the 60s. And he damn sure don't know what he's doing today. And that's another thing with the leadership in this country, man. This is a big disconnect, man, because we still got motherfuckers that's literally on their way, like, out the world, like, literally, still running shit, bro. And they got these old-ass ideals, and they never got up with the times and shit. But this is the shit that we allowed to happen over time because we were so busy fighting for what, I don't know. People like, oh, well, y'all can vote and everything. I'm like, man, come on, man. But what did we get out of this shit? Niggas is still poor. Niggas is still stupid. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what did you get out of it? You got a generation of rowdy, stupid motherfuckers. And then when I say rowdy, stupid, because they, like, these young niggas, they ain't scared of shit. They smart, but they stupid at the same time. Like, and the reason why I say they smart, because technology. That's why they smart. They know how to operate shit that a lot of niggas don't know how to operate from the 80s and the 90s and the 70s. They do this shit like it's nothing. They was born and raised off of this shit. So that's the smart aspect of it. Also, the smart aspect of it, they got more information than people than ever had readily available to them right in the palm of their hands right now. It's all up to you to decipher which information is bullshit and which information is legit. You feel me? But other than that, these young niggas is wild and stupid. And a lot of them is that they killing a lot of them off. They killing each other off, and they locking them up for the rest of their fucking days, bro. And the reason why I done got fed up into the point to where I feel like I don't want to talk to these young niggas because I see too many of them doing stupid shit. You could tell them the right shit all day long, bro. They not listening to that shit. They don't want to hear that shit. They look at you like they calling niggas that's 25 old heads now. You feel me? Like these young niggas is ignorant as fuck out here, bro. And I just be like, I look at some of them and be like, man, I see so much potential, but that white man got a place ready for your ass. Ready for
all
your
day
ass,
long,
all day, every day for you to do all this shit.
I always tell these niggas that cracker got something for you to do and a place for your black ass. Keep fucking around,
man.
He keep a facility for your black ass.
These niggas act like they don't care about that shit. Let me tell you something, man.
Everything don't care.
Let me tell you something, man. Freedom is everything. Freedom is. Let me explain that again. Freedom is everything. You're not useful locked up in a box. You're not useful to your children, your wife, society, period. Locked up in a box. I don't understand why y'all niggas throw away y'all freedom for the dumbest shit on God's green earth. Pride, ego, this nigga from here, I'm from there. I gotta show him who the man. You ain't showing nobody who the fuck the man is when your ass dead or you locked away, my nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talk about. You know how many niggas in jail that's the man? You hear me, Case? You know how many niggas in jail?
There's the man in jail.
Yeah, he the real man. He the real man because he running all that shit. But nigga, it's not worth it. I'm going to preach that, like, if that could save a life, bro, it's not worth it, man. And then y'all killing motherfuckers that look just like you. I can't stress it enough, bro. I don't see this shit going on. You know how many white people I know that carry guns on a day-to-day basis, bro? And they ain't out here committing no crime just because they got a gun?
No, that's a damn lie.
No, I know. I'm talking about, you know how many I know?
Shit, I know a bunch of them with guns, too. They commit all kind of crimes.
I bet they are, but I'm just saying.
Still in countries, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about customs. I'm talking about niggas in the way we operate, bro. We get a gun, we want to go rob some shit. We get a gun, we want to go kill a nigga just because, you know what I mean, a nigga done some bullshit. We go get a gun, we tough because we got that gun. I know white people, man, they got guns all over their houses, keep guns on them. You would never know that they got a gun until they pull the motherfucker out, bro. They're not out here trying to rob people. They're not posted up at the store with an extendo hanging out of their fucking pants pocket with their gun. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. We the only ones that just got to show our power. Flex, oh, we got a gun, I got a gun. Like, we the only ones that do that type of goofy shit, man. That's why we say we got to wake up, bro. Like, it's starting to get to the point to where we ain't even moving like we civilized people. I'm going to say it again. We ain't moving like we civilized people, man. And we got to get back to that. We got to get back to a respectful state amongst each other. And instead of disrespecting each other, man. Killing each other and doing the wildest shit to each other. Let's come up with ways we can get rich together. Let's come up with ways we can buy back all of this fucking land. How about that shit? How could we get together and devise a plan on how we can buy back the land that's been stolen from us? That'd be my main thing. But that's without taking it, without doing no illegal shit to do it. I talked to brother K's, like, this is the first time I'm having this conversation with you, bro. Like, what are some ideas for us to go get together and put our minds together and go buy back this motherfucking land?
That's not gonna happen.
Why is that?
Because niggas want the latest fucking $3,000 belt or the new Bentleys. That's what I'm saying.
Not all niggas. The one I'm talking about, the ones that's actually tapped in.
All right, well, ask Puff why he ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? Ask Oprah why she ain't do it. But start naming niggas with money that we know got money ain't doing it yet. Let's ask Jordan.
Tyler Perry. Yeah, let's ask these
you know
niggas.
What I'm saying?
Right about
you
that.
Start asking the other niggas. It's easy to decipher that question.
Now that you saying this right though, bro. Now that's a generation. That's like some of the first generations of like black wealth, right? We talking about those figures right there because they actually are wealthy and shit though.
Peep this,
Why do you? Let me ask you. Go ahead.
check it out, right? Everybody got Jordans on their feet, right? But Jordan ain't never opened up a school on how to make sneakers or make shoes.
Nope.
A vocational school, at least how to make the goddamn shoes, since you want to always wear them and line up for the bullshit.
You know
You know what I'm
what?
saying?
You know
Your
what,
man
man?
Damon from fucking on Fubu, that motherfucker never set up a factory here teach niggas how to sew and make shit up. None of that shit. Them niggas don't give a fuck about us. None of them motherfuckers.
But you know why, Case? They was taught that we were, how can I say it, bro? They were taught that we were consumers. They were taught and convinced that their own kind is consumers. That their own kind is dumb enough to where we advertise this shit enough to them, they'll feel it's just, it's a fucked up game on all levels, bro. I feel like the Jordans of the world, the Damon Johns, the Oprah Winfreys of the world and shit, they were trained to know that we were consumers and we were to stay consumers. You understand me? What's the first thing you ever hear an immigrant tell you what they tell him at customs when they come over here? Especially Africans and shit like that. They tell them to stay away from the niggas. You know that, right?
Shit, I tell my son stay away from them niggas.
It's true, but I mean, just look at the disconnect, though. Look at the disconnect, bro. They don't want them linking up with their own kind. Same with the music industry. You know, we're going to bounce it around a little bit. Same with the music industry. I heard a conversation on Math Hoffa. Shouts out to Math Hoffa. Shit, that nigga been getting, he been getting it in here lately. But they had a conversation of why do you think that they keep the older artists and the younger generation pitted against each other, and where you think the disconnect is at? Why do you think they don't want 21 Savage sitting in the same room with a Method Man? And you know exactly what he said? He said, you want to know why? He like, because I'm going to give him the game. And they don't want him having that game. Period. I done been through everything you could see in the game. Could you imagine if I got with these youngsters and I taught them the game and shit? The record labels wouldn't make no fucking money. They wouldn't be able to do nothing with them because these kids would have a game. So they keep us pitted against each other. It ain't that we don't like their music. It ain't that they don't like our music and shit. It's just a disconnect. They feel like we don't feel them. And that's the truth. Do you think that's intent? Do you think that's by design? Or do you think it's really just like a disconnect from the young niggas and the older niggas?
Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody kept me away from getting no game, yo. I don't give a fuck who it was. You out there looking for knowledge, you gonna seek knowledge, period. That's the individual. If your dumb ass want to listen to dumb motherfuckers, you're gonna end up with dumb motherfuckers end up. If you want to go out there and learn how to grow food, you're gonna hang with a farmer. If you want to know how to fix cars, you're gonna hang with a mechanic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
facts. That's just knowledge. That's just knowledge. When you go to a new job or some shit, you going to the OGs, you gonna ask who been there the longest seniority or how this outfit work. Yeah, that motherfucker seen it all to know it all.
And you gonna ask them all the questions. That's where you get your answers from.
Yep.
But see,
he tell you how many motherfuckers been in, out, who was running the show, who got put out for what reason. That's experience.
Okay, so that's where the disconnect come into play. You want me to tell you why? Because these young niggas feel like they ain't comfortable enough to go to niggas.
Man, fuck them.
You feel what I
Listen,
mean?
If you want to be a stupid motherfucker, be a stupid motherfucker. That's why you get robbed. That's why you wondering why your career done fell apart and this and that. So that's it. Like I said, if you seeking knowledge, you will find knowledge. You seeking some bullshit, you're going to find the bullshit. Whatever you looking for out there, you're going to find it. Oh, man, what the fucking book said, man? Fuck them. Y'all used to talk shit. I didn't give a fuck. I want to see where the money at. Oh, he went to school for this and that's the nigga. Nigga, you got money in your pocket? Yeah. Well, you an accountant, nigga. You don't know how to count your own money. That's right, all the fuck you doing.
Yeah, you the one that's doing all the fucking stealing.
Accountant is nothing but someone that handles the money and pays the bills. If you do that for a living, you don't need to hire nobody to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You only hire an accountant to keep your ass out of jail because you know you about to really fuck up on the tax side. And you need somebody to keep track of that shit. That's the only thing you need an accountant for, man. That ain't no fucking accountant, yo.
Yeah, man, but a lot of these niggas though, man, like they feel like the older generation is bitter because they making more money than the older generation. And that ain't what the older generation saying. The older generation is saying if it wasn't for me getting fucked over, you wouldn't be making this type of money right now, my nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the biggest key. If it wasn't for me getting fucked over, you wouldn't be making the type of money that you making right now. We ain't asking you to pay homage. We just telling you to respect it because if you want to be real, them artists back in the day used to put in that work. That work. You got to think, y'all do a lot of promo now from y'all cell phones. Niggas was traveling all over the country to do promo. Go on a radio station 6 o'clock in the morning, turn around doing signings at malls and all of that other shit. Now everything is at the tip of your fingers, bro. A lot of y'all spoiled nowadays because a lot of the work been cut out. A lot of the work, it used to be an A&R had to go out to find artists, like literally. It wasn't no like, oh, I heard this artist and he went viral, or he downloaded his music on here and it went viral. It wasn't none of that shit. A&R had to go out and actually scout talent. Go to like little pubs and open mics and shit and listen to the niggas that was there to try to find the shit or see who has a buzz. That's the problem with the music industry nowadays, man. Like, it's no nurturing when it comes to the artists, and that's called artist development. All of that shit's been cut out, bro. And it's the same that's going on in the community as well, man. There's no nurturing. A lot of the men been taken out of the neighborhood. Let's be honest. And then you got a lot of these females who wouldn't shit themselves that's raising these little fucking heathens out here. That's
You know
running
that
around.
H word again.
Hey, man, that's what they doing. They raising heathens, man.
Shit. Lord
they
have
all
mercy.
out here, man. They out here doing all types of shit, fucking up the community and shit, man. Not listening, not doing none of this shit, man. They doing it their way, and then they be like, "Well, you was a young nigga." I'm like, "Yeah, but I still have respect when I was a young nigga." You feel me? It was certain shit we respected. It was certain codes that we lived by. You niggas snitch on each other now and walk around on the street like ain't nothing happened. Niggas snitch and have rap careers. I don't want to hear shit about that. Like, y'all morals is all fucked up. Y'all kill niggas for no reason. Innocent people. That's my only problem with it. And I always said this from the beginning. I ain't encouraged nobody to go kill nobody. But a real killer that want to kill somebody, he walking up on that motherfucker and he blowing his brains out. He ain't just waving his arm out the window, just shooting, hoping he shot you. If a motherfucker that's serious, that wants you out of here, you're gone. Period. But I'm done with this shit though, man. I didn't talk for a minute, man. I just wanted to get back on here. I needed to exercise a little bit though, you feel me? But man, we about to get out of here. Make sure y'all check us out, man. Check us out again on Tuesday. I'm gonna be live again on Tuesday, man. Until then, y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Luxury. I'm up out of this motherfucker. I'm with my favorite DJ, DJ K's. I want to say that for popping up, stopping through, having a conversation with us real quick. I apologize about the technical difficulties in the beginning. I don't know what was going on, but you know we got it straight towards the end though. But I'm gonna get up with y'all, man. Y'all have a good one, man.